I was struggling with dartitis for about 6 months leading into the Chicago Bull Shooter, and I finally got my first Bull Shooter win this year, and now my dartitis is cured. So in this one, I'm going to do a small little recap of the Bull Shooter, then I'm going to talk about what I think is the #1 cause of dartitis, and what you need to do to avoid getting it. Let's talk about it. So let's start with a little recap of the weekend. I don't really remember the order of events, but I did play a mixed triples event with Trisha Romero and Jules Van Dongen. We took top 3-4 in that event. Another event was the 501 singles that I shot terrible at. I wasn't able to shoot the cricket singles because I did have work that Friday, and that event happened when I was at work. Next year, I'll be able to play the singles cricket, so I'll be excited for that. I played, let's see, what else here? Doubles with Trevor, and then mixed doubles with Trisha Romero. And I did place in a few of these events, but nothing too crazy. The big event for me for the weekend was the mixed triples that we won. And I finally got my first Bull Shooter trophy. This thing is awesome. Every single year when I go, well, this is only the second year that I've gone, but they line up all the trophies on a table, and every time I walk by, I just always think, man, I really want one of those for my shelf, and I finally got one, so I'm excited to have it. So let's talk about this triples event. It was me, Trevor, and Tammy. We shot together back at Shark Tank a couple years, or actually that was last year, and we did make the finals. We ended up splitting the money, but since we had king seat, technically they said that we won the event, but we had so much fun playing those triples at Shark Tank. We decided to run it back for the Bull Shooter, and I'm so happy that we did because, well, first of all, me and Trevor have been shooting a lot of doubles together, so we have really good chemistry, and I always have fun playing with Trevor. And me, Trevor, and Tammy had so much fun at Shark Tank, so I was looking forward to just having fun with this event because I was struggling with having fun throwing darts for about 6 months leading up to it. There were a couple times I had some fun, but it wasn't enough fun to get myself out of my own head. So going into this event, I was just so excited to have fun playing with Trevor and Tammy. And it all started before the event happened. They had like these little mini games there where they had dartboards that were rotating around. There were two different ones. One of them had 4 boards that spun, and then one of them just had one single board that spun. Kind of hard to explain. But playing that, you could win prizes. And Trevor noticed that they had a little pink cowboy hat for a prize. So he said that he was going to go win the cowboy hat and wear it for the event. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was a great idea. So I went up to the stand to go win myself one. And then I ended up winning my pink cowboy hat, and I told Trevor that we were going to wear these for the whole event. Well, Trevor decided not to wear his, but I was not going to back down. I kept my pink cowboy hat on the whole event, and I'm so happy that I did because it just helped me relax for the whole tournament, as funny as that sounds. You know, just making sure that I was having fun with the event led to me, well, just having a lot of fun. And it was so long that I've had fun playing darts that this really helped get me out of my head because I just was struggling having fun. And me, Trevor, and Tammy always have fun when we throw, and then just the added funness of throwing this hat on. And every time I was getting a hat trick during our things, I would tip my hat to Trevor and Tammy walking back. So we were having a lot of fun the whole event. I think we only lost maybe 3 legs the whole event. We made the finals, of course. We had king seat. And while we were waiting for king seat, I was getting super tired and I was doing a lot of sitting. I'm so happy because I struggled in the semifinals a little bit, and then Trevor saw me sitting and he was like, hey, get up and throw with me because we got to get ready for the finals. And I'm so happy that he did that because I probably would have just sat down the rope most of the time and then get my few warm-up darts and play the finals. But Trevor getting me up, I got in a good solid 10 to 15 minutes of practice before the finals, and it led to me missing only one dart for the whole final. So I was the number 2 spot on our team because the girl always threw first. So Tammy always threw first, and I missed one dart at Bullseye. Other than that, every single dart that I had hit the bullseye. I did not have to worry about taking any outs out because, well, I just didn't have the opportunity. Every time I approached the board, all I needed to get was 3 bullseyes and just score and then move on. And I only missed one dart, so I think I scored a 119 that round. Then all the other rounds, which I think was maybe 5 or 6, I got all hat tricks. So that added to having fun because since I was wearing the hat, I was tipping the hat. So it was like 2 in the morning. It was something really late. So it just helped me, you know, keep having fun, kept me awake, and just kept the fun going with the stupid hat. So that was it for the mixed triples. We ended up getting the win, and that was my first bull shooter victory. It was only my 2nd year going, so I'm hoping to have more in the future. But anyways, that event was game-changing in my dartitis that I was struggling with because ever since that event, I have felt better than I have in the last 7 months, and I'm just so excited to throw darts again. So now let's get into this one thing that I think is the biggest cause of dartitis because this is what I've been struggling with the last 6 months, and now I feel good again. And I say it's one thing, but really it's 2 things put into one. The first thing is putting too much pressure on yourself to win, and then the second part is not having fun when you throw. When you put too much pressure on yourself to win, you tend to have less fun when you throw because you're more worried about that pressure that you put on yourself. So it all starts by putting too much pressure on yourself. I was doing this back in about December or January because we had the Dart Players of Chicago finals coming up, and I had lost my CDC. I thought I had lost my CDC tour card, and I ended up getting it back. But I was putting a lot of pressure on myself going into that because I didn't think I was going to get it. And I put too much pressure on myself because I really wanted to get my CDC tour card back. And that event, I did end up making the finals and I didn't throw terrible, but I never felt good the whole time. And then after that, the not feeling good darts turned into not so good darts. I had some of my worst darts at Grand Rapids this year. So putting too much pressure on myself just caused this downward spiral of not having fun. And then I had this event come up. Long story short, I was at a private event and I was teaching people how to throw darts and just throwing darts with them. This was the first time I had had fun throwing darts in the year 2023 because there was just zero pressure on the situation. I was just there to throw darts with people, have fun, and show them how to throw. There was no pressure of winning, no pressure of losing, no pressure of having to throw good. The whole event was literally just to show people darts, and I love darts so much, so the whole thing was just super fun for me because all I was doing was sharing my passion with a bunch of people that I didn't know. So that was the first time I had fun, and then I had the CDC event not long after that, and I didn't necessarily throw that good, but I felt pretty comfortable, and I got a few wins, which made me happy because last year I didn't perform that well. So I had fun at the private event, I had some fun at the CDC, and then going into the bull shooter, soft tip darts, the targets are much easier to hit, and it's a more, soft tip darts and steel tip darts is just a completely different environment. So I was really looking forward to the bull shooter because I was feeling good and having fun, which is something I was missing for over 6 months. And then that event that I had with Trevor and Tammy, the mixed triples, that was the most fun I've had throwing darts in a very long time. Probably one of my top 5 favorite tournament wins because of the amount of fun that we had, and it was at the bull shooter. And ever since that event, I have felt better than ever. Now, just because I feel good doesn't mean the darts are fully back. I still have a lot of work to do to get my old darts back, but the fact that I'm feeling comfortable again, finally, is a good start. Now I'm just putting a lot of work on the practice board to get my darts back up to where they need to be more competitive in more tournaments. So to prevent this from happening, the first thing you have to do is not put pressure on yourself. It can be very easy to put pressure on yourself, especially when you're going into big tournaments that you want to perform well in. But the thing that you always have to remind yourself of is that you play darts to have fun. Yes, it's nice to win. Yes, it sucks to lose. But at the end of the day, we are here to have fun. When you put too much pressure on yourself to win, you're not going to have fun because every dart that you miss is going to feel like the end of the world. You feel like you're not going to be able to recover from that. But when you're having fun on the dartboard, it does not matter if you miss a couple darts because you're just having fun and you know you're going to bounce back from it. So stop putting pressure on yourself and make sure you're always having fun when you're throwing darts, guys, and then the dartitis should stay away from you. Let's get in one more throw to end the day here. Since we're talking about soft tip 501 and you throw it out at the bullseye, let's throw at the bullseye on this last throw. 25, 25, and 25. Hey, in steel tip, that's only 75, but in soft tip, that's $1.50. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop the video a thumbs up. Some videos should have popped up somewhere over here. Click one, click them both. BullshotDarts.com to grab your new favorite darts shirt. Free shipping on all USA orders. I'm working on the overseas orders. And also check out magicwear.com where you can get the exclusive Bullshot Darts jersey. Links for those will be in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next one, and shoot well.